Welcome back. We're here with Iris, who has been a content creator for 3 years. Iris, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Of course, I'm excited to chat with you. We've known each other for a little bit. Actually, met on TikTok,
Yeah,
so it's exciting to finally chat with you.
yeah. You were actually one of my first TikTok friends. So
That's
it's been we go way back.
that's incredible. That's awesome. So you actually started creating content because you had so much time working at a frozen yogurt store. What sparked you to actually start the content creation journey?
Honestly, I just had nobody in my real life to talk about personal finance with. This is just such a niche interest that nobody in my personal life I could really talk to. And I saw a lot of people finding community online on social platforms, and I thought I'd give it a go.
That's awesome. Yeah, and it's really funny how, you just kind of stumbled upon it, right? You're like, "Hey, I'm kind of bored. I have this interest. I want to start." And what started you down this path of actually wanting to make financial content and not like just another type?
I think personal finance content is something I have a genuine interest for, and I could talk about for hours, forever. And I feel like if I were to do it in any other topic, I would just run out of things to say. I'm also not like I don't have an aesthetic lifestyle. I could never be like an aesthetic lifestyle creator. So I think this is exactly where I fit in.
Yes, yes. And people obviously love your content, and you're getting hundreds of thousands of views. And like we talked about off camera, you broke 100,000 followers on Instagram, which is like crazy.
Yeah, I can't even fathom that number. Like,
Yes. And what about educating people on personal finance and sharing what works for you excites you? Like what part of like about that?
honestly, I guess it's the feedback I get from people. I get a lot of DMs and comments of people saying like I've been watching your content for a while and you've really helped me. And that to me is just really really fulfilling, knowing that I'm
Yeah.
actually making an impact in other people's lives.
And for someone that's really looking to just make content in general, what is your process of making a viral video?
That's a good question. Honestly, you never know which video is going to go viral. And honestly, it's always the video that you put the least amount of effort in, and the video that you almost didn't post is the one that
Yeah.
always goes viral. But my like process when I make my content is I normally go through like a ton of ideas. I just brain dump all of my ideas and then I go into each idea and I start, scripting out what I want to say. And then once I finish the script, because I mainly do short form content, I only do TikTok or Instagram reels. After I finish the script, I go through the script and I take out as many words as possible. And I make it as bare bones as I possibly can. Just because, like, as you know, like Instagram, TikTok, people don't have the attention spans to watch
Yeah.
like a 2 minute clip. So you really have to know how to get your point across in like 60 seconds or less.
Yeah, and I think that like it's those little things that make the difference between like the video that gets 1,000 views
Yeah.
versus that video that pops off and really, blows up or explodes. And when you're creating this content and you kind of get in a little bit of a rut, how do you motivate yourself to get out of that?
Oh, I'm in a rut right now. Honestly, I just go through my old videos and I go through the ones that performed the best and I just draw inspiration from those. Is what I normally do.
Interesting. Is there like anything that you like look for to inspire you?
Not really. I just honestly I
No.
wait out the rut until I get the motivation back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you think when posting like how important is consistency when posting content?
Oh, it's so important. If you're not consistent, you're not going to grow. And if you're not consistent, you're not serious about it.
Yeah.
Like if you like I'm sure you know, if you are really serious about, posting and creating content, you have to clock in. Like this isn't just a hobby anymore. Like if you're serious about growing this, you have to show up every day like it's your actual job if you want to
Yeah.
grow. So like for Instagram, for instance, I've had Instagram for a while, but I just never took it seriously up until like this past December, really. I just never really liked Instagram, so I just kind of abandoned it. But I decided to start posting again. And I posted every single day. And within 6 months, we gained from like 0 to 100,000 within 6 months.
Wow.
And I think it's because of the consistency. If I were just to post whenever I felt like it would have gotten nowhere.
Yeah.
And then
And
same thing with TikTok too. Like I posted every day for like 3 months until I actually saw traction.
wow.
Yeah, you have to post every day. That's a non-negotiable.
How do you overcome imposter syndrome?
Oh, you don't. You don't. I feel like an imposter every single day. I think you just get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and then you also just find your own space.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, yeah, I don't think I'll ever get over feeling like an imposter, but I know that this is what I want to do and this is where I belong. And I created my own space. And, there's nothing or nobody that could push me out of doing what I'm doing.
Yeah. I like how you take that approach of like, hey, you're not going to get over it. It's going to be something that you battle with for basically ever. And I've heard from a lot of, super successful people that they still struggle with it. And you're like, well, if you're struggling with it and I'm struggling with it, then it's probably not something, it's like a level thing. Like when you get here, there's always something that you're trying to obtain. And I have two more questions for you.
Okay.
Do you think love is a choice?
Oh, that's hard. Is it yes, I think it's a choice. Yes, that would be my final answer.
Could you elaborate on that? Why?
Because I think when you're like, I just got engaged and I've been with my fiance for a few years, and you're going to go through hard times with somebody, and you're not always going to agree with someone. You're not even always going to like each other. But if you know that this is your person, you have to choose them every single time. So you have to choose them through the arguments, you have to choose them through the rough times. Yeah, love is a choice.
I like that. I have one more question for you.
Okay.
If you could have dinner with two people, one person from the past and one person from the present, who would it be and why?
Oh gosh, I've thought about this question before. I don't know if I have an answer. One person from the past and one person from the present. Okay.
Hmm.
Who would you choose?
I think my past would probably be um, the first person on Earth, whoever
Okay.
that was, and then I think my present, her name's Barbara O'Neill. I really like her. She's in the holistic space, so I think those are probably my two.
Those are your two?
Yeah,
I don't know if I have an answer for that actually.
first first people that come to mind.
I don't think I would say maybe like one person from the past, Jesus Christ, and then one person from the present. Hmm. See, my thing is I try my hardest not to put people that, I follow or I keep up with like their content on a pedestal because I don't want to be disappointed if I ever do meet them. I don't think I have an answer for the present.
No, there's not one person where you would like. I would love to learn from this person, check out their lifestyle.
I don't know. I don't think so. Only because I'm so scared to be disappointed.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. I don't think I have an answer
no
for
one.
present. No, I don't think so.
All
Or if
right.
I did,
Yeah.
it'd be like somebody stupid, like Kim Kardashian. Like, I don't think I
Yeah.
have anyone that, I'm really curious to see what goes on in their life.
Interesting. All right. Well, that's all the questions I have. How can people find you, and what is one thing you want to leave people with?
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Iris Ayala with another A at the end. And one thing I want to leave people with is do whatever it is that you want to do, take the risk, because I spent so many years on the sidelines, not wanting to put myself out there, wanting to put myself online, but not knowing how to or being too scared of what people would think. And if I never took that leap, I wouldn't be here today with the audience that I have.
I like it. That's awesome. Yes. Well, Iris, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you, and it was an awesome chat. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.